Thanks so much, and good morning. I'd like to use this opportunity and thanks Michael for this initiative. It's really fantastic to see so many people who share this topic, and I'm honored to be here. So the study that I'm going to present today is part of a larger research project, also an ISF project, which tackles what we see as a fundamental question in communication. When two parties have access to different information regarding one another, how can one party in this interaction perceive and manage the risks and opportunity involved in the disclosure of unobservable self-attributes the other party requires? And a related question, how can the sender convince the receiver that he or she is providing credible information regarding his or her unobservable attributes? And theories, as you know, were occupied with this question in the past, so they are quite, it's an old topic, but it seemed that this problem becomes ever more critical in an online body-free environment that reduces the number of observable attributes required for engaging interactions. So our aim is to observe online interaction in various social contexts characterized by asymmetry of information, which means a situation in which one party lacks information necessary for decision-making regarding the other. And the objective is to assess the manner in which agents active in social network sites, or mainly in social network sites, use online disclosure of various attributes in their attempt to draw attention to their idea and to get their message across more effectively. But more specifically, we ask three questions. One, how online self-disclosure of a particular hidden attribute of quality provide benefits to both sender and receivers. Second, how such information remain credible. And most importantly, how do the parties involved in the interaction studied perceive the risks and opportunities involving online self-disclosure of personal attributes? So the question of perception of self-disclosure. We assume that people, action, and perceptions are related to and affected by public discussion on privacy and self-disclosure that appeared in what John Thompson called mediated publicness. So Eran discussed it in relation to engineer. How do they know? So what are the perceptions? And
you guys have a word for that.
Yeah. And building on this very common perception, or conception, we conducted a study that I'm going to present now, in which we observe a specific and significant, we think, public discourse site, which is mainstream online newspaper in Israel. So we examined the manner in which issues regarding privacy and online self-disclosure were presented. So the aim was to evaluate the extent to which media representation of topics surrounding online self-disclosure in the Web 2.0 era contributes to reflective and critical public debate concerning these performances. So in this particular study, we examined, as I said, Israel's mainstream media, and we analyzed items that appeared in 3 online newspapers in Israel. Overall, 128 items in Haaretz online, in Ma'ariv online, NRG, and Yediot Achronot online, so Ynet. So we tracked a year, and now we're starting another cycle. So we started in March 2012 until January 2013, and now we're starting another round between January 2013 and March 2014, just to see, first to get bigger data, but also to see the differences between these 2 years. I could just say that so far we didn't find differences, which is interesting if we think about, for instance, the word selfie and other issues, but so far we didn't find differences. But anyway, this is not the issue now. So the analysis of the text were done by using frame analysis, and we identified 6 frames, also related to what Eran said before. One is what we call the problem frame, which emphasizes the notion of privacy violation due to online self-disclosure. So this frame underlines the nature and information disclosed online and the winners and losers of these occurrences. So the second we call the morality frame, which emphasizes the normative stance regarding privacy violation resulted from online self-disclosure. The third we called the consequence frame, which underlines present and future consequences of online self-disclosure, and it relates to economic, political, social, and cultural consequences, and points again to the winners and to the losers of such activities. The fourth we called the responsibility frame, also related to what you just said, Eran, which present the issue or problem in which in such a way that responsibility for causing or solving an identified problem lies within the private sector, the public sector, or the individual agent, so the agent, the user. The fifth is the remedy frame, which highlights possible solutions to the problem and emphasizes solution in the realm of technology, regulation, and behavioristic schemes, or literacy. The last one is, we called it the voices, and here we looked at who gets to speak. The journalists, the expert, the regulator, the technologists, or the users. And within this category, we also include what we call the human interests element, and these were discussion in first person, for instance, feelings and personal, and disclosure of feelings and personal emotions. So the analysis of the text revealed, and I'll just go over it quite briefly. First, despite the fact that we chose keywords such as disclosure, self-disclosure, sharing, the text that we have analyzed provided a very narrow and limited discussion on these issues. So the phenomenon of self-disclosure is perceived first as a problem, and second as a problem that is related to a violation of privacy, and I'll say a few words about it in a minute. Second, in these texts, or the text that we analyze, the problem of privacy violation exists now and will exist in the future, so it's a significant problem, and it will, well, yeah, exactly. And as for responsibility, the responsibility lies within corporations, and they are responsible for causing the problem, and that leads us to the remedy, because they are also responsible to solving this problem. So the people who should solve this problem are first technologists, and also the technology itself, and of course regulators. It's interesting, we feel that only in one text literacy was seen as a remedy. And laughing voices who attain a voice in the text, so mainly journalists, of course, okay, because they write these texts, but interestingly, regulators were interviewed, and technologists were interviewed, and also CEOs or managers of corporations, in contrast to, for instance, experts and users. So users were not heard in most of the texts except one, which we found quite amazing. So just a few results. So as I mentioned before, the dominancy of the privacy paradigm was noticeable. The journalist ignores counterframes and reflections or critical debate regarding the self-disclosure phenomenon, and the risks and opportunity it entails were not offered in most of the texts that we analyze. Also, we found that the individual plays a significant role in the text analyzed. So the user is in the center, but as a victim with no agency. And this is, I think, important because if we look at the academic discourse, of the growing body of scholarly work on these issues, this work shows how aspects such as communication contexts and how gain and loss calculation regarding disclosure of intimate relations shapes user behavior and practices. So there is a very big difference here. And we identified that what we call the self-disclosure problem, in which self-disclosure, both acts and outcomes, are not managed, and by implication, of course, they are not determined by the self. Okay, so. And in conclusion, our analysis revealed that while privacy and publicity concerns were manifested in most of the analyzed texts, so in 160 out of 127, almost no discussion was offered regarding users' agency, namely how users define the context of the specific interaction they engage in, how they calculate both what they have to lose and what they have to gain when entering public situations, and how such perceptions affect the characteristics of their online performances. Now, we suggest that there exists a failure in constructing a mediated publicness within which users are constructed as agents who play a significant role in defining the privacy and publicity needs and in self-designing privacy-sensitive mechanism for information sharing. Thanks.
Thank you. So.